これからみんなでめちゃくちゃ踊って騒ごう騒ごう。
Headbanger. Hit me.
Hello and welcome. This is Vince of vinceprep.com discussing this Stanford GSB alumni interview. Clients are being invited and they're asking me, so I thought I'd make a video explaining essentially the who, the why, the what, and the how of a Stanford interview. So there's an existing post over at vinceprep.com on how to prepare for your Stanford GSB alumni interview. This video is kind of goes beyond that post. I'm not particularly happy with that post and I wanted to improve it. Also, I have another post that is quite popular that I am quite happy with, which is general about how to pass any behavioral interview, whether it's for MBA admissions at Stanford or MIT or another school that uses behavioral interview questions, or even for a job interview. Behavioral interviews are very confusing to my clients, but they don't need to be once you understand them. So take a look at those posts if you want more general background. So let me talk about Stanford in particular. So as I said, I'll be going over the who, the why, the what, and the how. 3 W's and 1 H. So first of all, who? Who will interview you? Your interviewer will be someone as similar to you as possible from among the available and interested Stanford GSB MBA alumni holders in your area. It will be alumni. It will never be, well, I shouldn't never say never. I do occasionally hear of admission officer interviews on a case-by-case basis. Sometimes if you're overseas, I've had military clients who were on overseas assignments. There simply wasn't an alumni anywhere nearby and the military person couldn't travel. I've also had cases where clients applying for the deferred entry program were asked to visit campus if they're already in the US. But I'm based in Asia, and here in Asia, they're always, in this case, in major cities anyway, like Tokyo where I am, alumni. So why does Stanford try to match someone who has a similar background to you? Well, I think it's because they're using behavioral interviews, and if you and I have a similar background, if you're an admissions consultant and you show me your resume, so alumni can never see the essays because in the US it's against the law, it's privacy. For privacy reasons, the schools cannot and will not ever share anything other than what's on your resume. They don't know your score, they have not read your essay, and they cannot access that information. London is different, INSEAD is different. I'll talk about that in a different, I have posts about the London interview and the INSEAD interview, but for the US, alumni interviewers are always blind. Among alumni interviewers, they try to match you up with someone who has your similar background, because if you're an admissions consultant and you show me your resume, because I've done this almost 15 years, I can tell if you're good. I can judge your answers and interpret or evaluate, based on my professional experience, your impact because I know the context. I have my own opinions about my industry, and I have my own opinions about what it takes to demonstrate impact in this industry. I could tell, in other words, if you're the kind of person that Stanford wants, and Stanford wants, as they say, the kind of people who can, change organizations, change something, change the world. Anyway, change. Sorry, I messed that up. You can look up their slogan. It's not my job to tell you what Stanford's slogan is. Anyway, are you someone who can make big changes? Do you have leadership potential? So, let me talk a little bit more, because I happen to know this school particularly well as an undergraduate. Stanford student culture is collaborative, but so is Kellogg. Is very dynamic, but so is Harvard. But here's one thing that's different at Stanford compared to other top schools. The school, Stanford University, has a very long tradition of creating very creative. It's California, so we like to mash things up. We like to mix the old and the new. So human biology, when I was an undergraduate major a very long time ago, was the most popular major because it combined hard sciences, which any, quote, pre-med student has to take: physics, biology, chemistry, etc. But at Stanford, if you want to do human biology, you also need to do social sciences, psychology, sociology, and other, quote, soft sciences, because they basically believe that a doctor, a good doctor, should understand the human heart and the human mind, not only the human body. So that's Stanford. And as far as that, and that relates to the GSB, because they want students who will walk, as they say, walk across the street, go away from the beautiful night management center and walk maybe across a few streets to visit and take courses in the other graduate divisions of the school: law, medicine, the D school, the design school, education, as well as the master's level programs in, I studied history, or take improvisation. My friend Dan Klein is teaching the improv courses there that were started by my mentor, Patricia Ryan Madsen. And I know a lot of GSB students take improv because it's incredibly valuable for teamwork. And Stanford really encourages that with their flexible curriculum, as opposed to Harvard, which has a fairly inflexible curriculum, quite frankly, which is very attractive to many people and very wonderful. But Stanford, to be different, has this very flexible, open curriculum. So you can go across the street and make up your own. You can integrate outside resources from the GSB, because the GSB is fairly small, much smaller than Wharton, much smaller than Harvard, much smaller than Columbia. All right, so that's who your interviewer will be, and that's why that person will be your interviewer. I want to keep my videos short, so let me stop here. I'm making a new playlist. Subscribe to my YouTube channel to know when I've uploaded the next video in this series. And as always, best of luck with your applications and your interviews, and bye for now.